In the kingdom of Oduro, surrounded by thick forests and rivers that reflected the moon like a silver mirror, an ancient myth haunted every generation. When the drums of the forest sound, a crown shall fall and another shall rise. The people lived in fear, for whenever those drums thundered at midnight, a tragedy followed. A chief assassinated, a prince vanished, a queen poisoned. Now the drums had returned, louder and closer each night. King Kweku, aged and uneasy, felt his throne trembling beneath him. And on the very first night the drums began again, his eldest son was found dead in his chamber, strangled by unseen hands. The kingdom awoke in panic. No intruder had been seen, no doors forced. A servant girl swore she had seen shadows dancing to the rhythm of the drums. The king, furious and afraid, demanded justice. But the following night the drums resounded again, slower, heavier, mocking. At dawn, a diviner revealed that the killer was within the palace walls, someone of royal blood. The diviner, Nana Ose, was summoned. He cast kola nuts on the dust and chanted long incantations. At last, he declared, "These drums are not struck by human hands. They beat by the spirits of betrayal. The next blood spilled will open the path for the hidden heir." The court gasped. Who was this hidden heir? The king locked up his younger son, interrogated his wives, and doubled the guards. Yet that night, the drums roared like a war call. By morning, a royal guard was found slain, his heart torn out, a drumstick's brand seared upon his chest. Rumors spread. Some whispered that the queen mother once belonged to the forest clan, a people banished long ago. Perhaps the drums were their vengeance. She denied it, but her eyes betrayed a silent terror. That very night, she crept into the forest with a torch. 2 hunters followed her and never returned. By morning, her necklace, stained with blood, lay at the forest's edge. Desperate, the king entered the forest with warriors. The deeper they went, the louder the drums became, until even the trees seemed to pulse with sound. In a clearing, they found ancient stones carved with unknown symbols. The soldiers trembled. The diviner whispered, "This ground is not for mortal feet." The drums feed on broken oaths and spilled blood. That night, the drums ceased, yet the palace itself shook, as though the spirits had moved within its walls. The king gathered his council, but mid-discussion, the drums thundered so loud the torches went out. When light returned, one advisor lay dead, throat slit. On his robe, the hidden mark of the forest clan. The king realized his enemies had infiltrated his closest circle. That night, the diviner prophesied, "The crown shall rest upon the head of one born under the blood moon." The people remembered. An illegitimate son, Kwabena, had been born that very night. Kwabena lived hidden in a distant village. When the prophecy spread, he returned. The people whispered that he might be the true heir the drums foretold. The king, enraged, ordered his execution, but the queen shielded him. That night, the drums no longer beat a rhythm, but words, "The king must die! The king must die!" Soon after, poison slipped into the royal cup. The king collapsed, trembling. As his heart failed, the drums roared like thunder. The palace fell into chaos. Was it a wife, a son, a servant? Before dawn, the palace gates burst open. Warriors of the forest clan stormed in, declaring the prophecy must be fulfilled. The kingdom plunged into war. Battles raged beneath the moon, each beat of the drums marking death, betrayal, or victory. Kwabena led with courage, yet suspicion grew. Were the drums guiding him all along? After the battle, a drum was found inside the palace. Its skin was not animal, but human, and still, it beat, without hands. The diviner spoke the final truth. These drums are not of the forest, but of the throne itself. Every king who broke his oath fed the spirit bound in this drum. It awaits the rightful heir, one who rules with truth. All eyes turned to Kwabena. Yet as he was to be crowned, the queen confessed in a trembling voice. She had arranged the first prince's death to secure Kwabena's rise. The crowd howled in fury. The queen was condemned. At her execution, when her head fell beneath the moonlight, the drums went silent. For the first time in generations, silence. Kwabena was crowned king, and the people believed the curse had ended. But on the night of his coronation, as the blood moon rose high, a faint drumbeat echoed once more. A shadow leaned to his ear and whispered, "Now it begins again."